I think there's a lot going on here that is way beyond anything that anybody wants to believe. That there was no warning. Fires went from 4 o'clock until 7 o'clock at night going. No military came. The whole community is mourning the deaths of over 1,500 people. They killed innocent men, women, and children.
Time tells all. Today we're going to talk about some of the things that went on before the Maui fires even started. And when you get a load of this list, it's going to be suspect. I have a clip 5 years ago where the governor of Maui is pledging that his city, that Maui, would lead the 15-minute city green energy scam called Agenda 21. Okay? I have that clip. I have to find it. It's the only clip I misplaced for right now. But it's true. Okay? He was there a long time ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and they were all in on Agenda 21. If you don't know what Agenda 21 is, please do yourself a favor and look into what Agenda 21 is. Because it's on full display, trying to get there right before your very eyes. Okay, so that was very interesting. I was thought, man, okay, so now let's start finding some things that happened before the fire even started. Here's the President of the United States.
Last week I appointed Bob Fenn, one of the nation's leading emergency managers, and I mean that's not hyperbole, who's been on the ground in Hawaii since before the fires erupted as our Chief Federal Response Coordinator to lead our long-term recovery on Maui.
Right? You can't make this stuff up. President of the United States said before the fires even started, he sent his emergency guy over there. The best guy in the business. Now here's a teacher from one of the elementary schools in Maui talking about something that happened well before the fires.
My name's Justin Huey. I am a teacher, a third grade teacher from the burned down King Kamehameha III Elementary in Lahaina, and I am testifying on my concerns of the governor's emergency proclamation that happened 3 weeks prior to the fire, and how it suspended 7 state statutes, of which exonerated everything that you guys are in charge of. Covers county organization administration. Chapter 46, collective bargaining was rescinded. School impact fees, collective bargaining was rescinded. And to my knowledge, this was the first emergency proclamation in the country that didn't have a preceding incident. Normally it's like a hurricane, boom, we got emergency proclamation. But this was just, from my knowledge, was just to streamline development on Maui, and it is allocated all decision-making power to one person, the housing officer of the governor, Nani Medeiros, who's unelected, who can trump every single thing that you do and everything that you say and every item that we cover without any input from the community, without any public discourse, without sunshine law. Before I go to my, tomorrow, I love what you said, Lahaina's not for sale, please include us, but I don't see that happening.
Can't you see? Can't you see what this deep state shadow government? I mean, all right, are you guys picking this up, man? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? They're getting things in place knowing that the fire is going to happen, okay? Now, if you guys are following some of the story in Maui, they're trying to pin it on the electric company. They're trying to do like California, and they're trying to say it was because the electric lines, something happened with them that started the fire.
August 7th at 10:47 p.m., a day earlier, you hear a witness describe a flash that might be a tree falling on a power line.
It's windy, and then there's a flash, and I think that's when a tree's falling on a power line. The power goes out.
One expert saying those videos taken in upcountry Maui show the flames spreading and maybe the first evidence of downed power lines igniting a fire.
I call bull. And if you go back and look at the California fires, they actually found the guy who set those fires. You never hear about this stuff. It's real quiet when they do. But they found the guy who set the fires in California that they blamed on PG&E. Now, I don't know if that was a scam to get them off the hook or anything, but guess who owns the electric company? The top 2 shareholders in the electric company in Maui. All right, am I on a roll? I mean, you can't really just make this stuff up, right? So far we have a lot of nefarious actions going on before the fire. We have the owners of, you know, the major shareholders, I might add, of the electric company on Maui are BlackRock and Vanguard. I mean, you almost can't make this stuff up. All right, now if you're really following this stuff, you would find out that the police chief on Maui, hold on, are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? The police chief that they hired in Maui is a guy who came from the Las Vegas shooting. He wasn't the police chief when the Las Vegas shootings happened. Do you guys remember the Las Vegas shootings? Because that was a total inside CIA job, and they let that die off too, so you forget all about it. But I did a lot of homework on that one too, and definitely major red flags going on. But I digress. So the police chief of Maui is the same guy that was involved in the largest mass shooting in American history, is now in charge of the largest fire in American history. Roll the tape.
Maui Police Commission today approved John Pelletier as the new chief of police, while the Honolulu Police Department search for a new chief remains stagnant. Jen Boniza follows up.
Yes. Commissioner Moniz?
A very strong yes. The Maui Police Commission voted unanimously approving John Pelletier to head the Maui County Police Department Wednesday. Pelletier, currently a captain at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, beat out 4 other finalists in early October for the position. He was the only candidate not for Maui.
Police Chief John Pelletier is no stranger to our valley. He served as the Metro Police Captain during the 1 October mass shooting, and the violence shook our valley to its core, like the wildfires down there in Maui. He's urging people to submit DNA samples.
Come on, you liking it? You liking all these coincidences, right? Because there's all these coincidences. Now, guess what? So they bring the guy in from Las Vegas. He was in you know, around during the mass shooting. He was like number 2 in charge, by the way, from what I could find. Number 2, maybe number 3 in charge, but he was top 5 in charge of that investigation there, okay? Now, something that they did on the fly, okay, was they introduced a new law, and it said that if they didn't have a coroner, that the police chief would become the coroner. Ha! So now they're disposing of bodies via the police chief as the coroner. This is just a big mess. A big mess. Here's the evidence. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about all these coincidences. A lot of coincidences before the fire even breaks out that leverages authority and power to the big government instead of the Constitution and the people, okay? Citizens, journalists is where you're going to get your information. Do the best you can to find people that are trying to bring you the information. We're trying to weed through all the nonsense and the propaganda from the mainstream TVs, and we're trying to bring you guys information. I'm going to show you a little bit more on the way out, so don't go anywhere, about some of the setup that's going on, okay? Also, if you guys ordered the stitches, we have those back in stock, ready to go. No extra inventory. We're working through the orders already. Stacy has 3 more tickets left for the Homesteading Life Conference Women's Retreat. Go to homesteadinglifeconference.com. If you guys are on the email list, you'll get an email list with a couple of the other links that I didn't post, and then some of the links here, I'll post those for you, and I'll get them out to you tonight at around 6, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, okay? If you guys want to get on the email list, all you have to do is go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, and there's a box right there that you fill out, and it just says, you know, you want some information, and I'll do my best to send out what I find as I find it, all right? We'll see you guys on the next video. Leave a comment down below if you think any of these coincidences warrant any attention, okay? Do they warrant attention? Should you be paying attention to the coincidences before the fire even started? All right, leave a comment down below, and we'll see you guys on the next video. And please share the video. There's a lot of people that don't know about these coincidences. Okay? See you on the next one.
I got to tell you, I met with them. I'm also the coroner, for those that don't know that.
It's going to be billions of dollars. We are so coordinated with state, county, and federal support that it took less than a quarter of a day, 6 hours, to get the approval from the president to bring those resources in. This was, of course, a shock to see
The government of Hawaii states their goal is to rebuild and make the entire island of Maui the first smart island. They want the entire island governed by AI, as outlined in the Hawaii Digital Government Summit of 2023, that they plan to host next month on September 25th, 2023 on Maui. Wow! Now they're going to come to the rescue for this horrible problem. And last January in 2023, there was a Smart City Conference in Maui to turn Maui, again, into the Smart City Island, pushing everything electric, making 15-minute smart cities. And there was also a contract last year to build a high-rise condo complex and businesses in Lahaina, which was a historic town that couldn't have any new development in this area. But now it's demolished. So now I guess they have to rebuild, right?
Decision-making power to one person, the housing officer of the governor, Nani Medeiros, who's unelected, who can trump every single thing that you do and everything that you say and every item that we cover without any input from the community, without any public discourse, without sunshine law. Before I go to my, tomorrow, I love what you said, Lahaina's not for sale. Please include us. But I don't see that happening.
I think there's a lot going on here that is way beyond anything that anybody wants to believe. But there was no warning. Fires went from 4 o'clock until 7 o'clock at night going. No military came. The whole community is mourning the deaths of over 1,500 people. They killed innocent men, women, and children by not helping, by not sounding alarms. People were asleep in their homes with their babies and their children. We still have no Spectrum cable, no internet. We're not seeing anything. Everyone else around the world knows what's happening except for us.